Ink Crew Chicago. Let's go. So we got Ryan, and he basically talking to the boys because his baby mama got a job opportunity in LA, so he might not be able to see his kids every day and whatnot. He a little bummed out about that. He found some trail mix and stuff in his chair in his office or whatever, and Don was like, well, I might have played a part in that. Cause see, Don, he slept at the shop last night because he wanted to avoid going home to Ashley because Ashley is real heated. So he about to do a tat today, and it's gonna be his dad's tattoo, and he's got this little Japanese fish or whatever. Ryan's grandmother is Japanese, so his daddy is Japanese as well, and I don't know, I guess Japanese and black or whatever. But it's a real cool looking tattoo, and like his artwork is like so freaking great. Like it just is, like it's just, yeah, it has you speechless, like the way he does his work. Anyhow, he called Charmaine into the room because he ain't got no gloves, and he want to know why he didn't have the stock that he had there. And Charmaine was like, well, if you think that the artists are taking your stuff, that's not my fault. And they going back and forth because Ron is like, if you was doing your manager job, you would have knew that his stuff was empty, blah, blah, blah. They go outside to talk, and Charmaine is basically like, I think he's just a little upset about homegirl leaving, blah, blah, blah. Ron's like, you ain't focused. You're supposed to be doing your manager job. It's not hard to do. You should have knew such and such was empty, blah, blah, blah. And if you was not messing with Don, none of this, be happy you be focused, blah, blah, blah. I was like, Lord Jesus. He is really like snapping on her, and she yelling back. She was like, we are not going to agree on this. She walked off and was like, she going to get her supplies like a good manager would do. Ron is basically like, if she don't act right, he'll fire her ass. And I was just like, somebody finna get fired already. Don is back at the crib, so he is playing with the son for a little while, basically trying to get his little couple days in that he missed, and he just want to tell the son, mommy's mad at me, and blah, blah, blah. Eventually, he goes talk to Ashley. Ashley want to know what's going on, and why is Charmaine anything that she has to worry about. She's kind of very insecure, but yeah, Charmaine is somebody that you need to be worried about because your man wants to sleep with her any chance he can get. Anyhow, they going back and forth because she want to know why is it that every time he's got to be at the shop for like every single thing, and if you're going to be working, you need to be working and not dancing on girls at the shop. And I totally agree. But anyhow, so he's just somehow gets strays from what's important and wants to go, I'm not worried about her, and she just a homie, like she work at the shop, blah, blah, blah. Whatever, complete bull. That's what they all say, somebody is just a homie. I ain't trying to hear it. Anyway, then he goes off on a tangent about how he trying to worry about where they're gonna be at from 10 years from now. He don't want to just be going to work doing the same thing every day. This is not what the topic is about. We are talking about, is you gonna stop doing the stupid stuff with Charmaine, or are you gonna be with Ashley and stop lying to Ashley? We're not talking about where your career is gonna be in 10 years and if y'all gonna be somewhere up in Florida chilling. That's not what we talking about. Like, bruh, you missing the whole point. And I agree with her when she was like, you don't freaking get it. Like, bruh, I understand that y'all got together on a whim and she just got pregnant, blah, 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 but that's not what she talking about. And I don't know why y'all wasn't using protection anyway. Y'all niggas get on my nerve with it. Like, ugh. So, Forrest sleeping in the shop, and Charmaine takes it upon herself that she's gonna draw things on his face because he's sleeping. And he must sleep pretty hard to not feel somebody drawing on his face or whatever. I was like, okay. So he get up or whatever. He go wipe it off. It's all funny and games. Whatever. Cat's about to do this tattoo for this dude, and he want like a grit and lip biting the bullet or whatever. Pretty cool concept. Basically, this dude, he's had a whole lot of bad relationships, so he got a whole entire arm dedicated to women who did him wrong, and it ain't nothing but basically he sick of relationships with women on his arm, I guess. whatever. Don decided to take Ashley out to some wine and painting session or whatever. So they back there trying to paint characters or whatever. And then eventually paintings are done. They go outside to talk, and she just totally ruins the whole moment. His objective was to get her out on a date so she can be in like relationship mode and be happy and not as mad as she was the other day. Well, that didn't happen because she still want to know, is he ready to commit, and why is he always got to be doing this shop stuff? And she basically want to know why he can't be engaged and still do work. And he is basically like still on this 10-year thing, how he want to be chilling and not worried about nothing. I'm just like, why do you keep bringing this up? This has nothing to do with what she's talking about. She wanted to know, simple yes or no, is y'all gonna get married, engaged, or what? That's all she basically want to know, and he ain't answering that. And I'm just like, until you answer, she ain't gonna be on the same page. Y'all ain't gonna ever be on the friggin' same page, period. And he's just like, this is why I take the long way home, because anytime I try to do something nice, she goes and messes it all up. But I'm just like, well, if you would do right, you wouldn't be worried about this, now would you? So Ron found out that Rachel is taking the job in LA and she's taking the kids, and he's very, very bummed out about it because he's used to seeing the kids every day, and he does not have a clue as to how he's gonna raise kids from 1,000 miles away and whatnot. And I get what he's saying though, and it just kind of sucks, but I mean, she do gotta go out there and, you know, fulfill the dreams and take care of the kids and do her part too. So I mean, it sucks that he gotta be the automatic one to travel and try to see them, but that's just how these things go. So he go to his sister's grave or whatever to basically talk to her and tell her what happened. He still is a little bummed, you know, he's still in his feelings or whatever about his sister and stuff like that. So he just goes to the grave and talk for a little while. I feel a little bad for him. Sucks that he gotta go through all that. So Charmaine and her cousin, I forgot her name, y'all, they gonna meet up at Kat's house because they're about to get like their makeup, they're about to do their own makeup or whatever, and they're supposed to be planning this surprise birthday party for Ryan or whatever. Past all that, Charmaine feels the need that she needs to tell them about how Don has been sending her all these sexual memes and texting her, blah, blah, blah. And she basically is like, well, I just feel like disgusted that he would send me stuff like this and blah, blah, blah. I'm just like, what does your stupid tail expect when you was all on him at work and y'all had sex in the bathroom at work? What do you expect? She has to have not a lick of sense at all. Like, she's irking me. Like, I don't know if I like her at all. She just irks me. Then she gets irritated because she's trying to tell them the story and they ain't paying no attention to her. They trying to put on makeup and whatnot. They is not listening to her. And her cousin was like, if she go back and try to talk to Don again, she's stupid, basically. And I totally agree, because you done found out that he got a girlfriend, baby mama. Why are you still trying? Why are you even entertaining this? Like, I just don't understand with this fool. Like, I just don't. Alright, so basically, they accomplished this surprise party for Ryan. Nobody has ever been able to surprise him. So he's very excited because at this moment he needs any type of good energy surprises around him with all his family issues or whatever. So everybody, they head to the club or whatever. Everybody's having fun. They drinking and everything. And next thing you know, Charmaine's cousin telling the bartender that Charmaine don't need no more shots because she done had too much to drink already. And Charmaine in the background like, I'm not drunk, I'm just not that drunk, just let me get the drink, blah, 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 blah. And her cousin is just like, you remember this when she laying out on the floor and somebody got to pick her up. I was just like, this is so embarrassing. Anyhow, everybody was dancing and stuff. She decided she gonna go dance on Don and all this stuff. And I'm just like, y'all just talked about this earlier, about this Don situation, and you gonna go and be a stupid fool anyway. I just can't. Then the girl, Charmaine, she done spilled drink all on her clothes. And I'm just like, her cousin is just shaking her head because Tried to tell the stupid fool that she was drunk, and she insists that she ain't drunk. So they go have a sit down or whatever. And she is like, Charmaine, you told me beforehand, when it gets like this, when you start getting too drunk, to tell you how you are, blah, 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 because you know how you want to be perceived, blah, blah, blah. I'm just like, girl, if she want to go drink and look like a fool, let her go do that. I'm not babysitting nobody. No, it's not finna happen. So she decides that she want to go talk to Don right now, out of all times, when she drunk as I don't know what. And they end up getting arguing outside because Charmaine is just like, you lied and you didn't let nobody know that you was still with Ashley and all this stuff. And Don is like, you knew, everybody knew, blah, blah, blah. They going back and forth about this. And Don, he snapped, like, he started hitting windows and stuff. And I'm just like, bruh, the cops is out there. And I'm surprised the cops ain't go ahead and arrest both of them anyhow. But I guess they was like, since the cameras is here, that the show security, they gonna handle it all and just let me have my little night chill and not do my job tonight or whatever. Ford come out here and try to calm Don down, because Ford's like, Don don't need no trouble. That's the last thing he needs. So that's basically what happened this episode. It wasn't really a whole lot going on. All I know is Charmaine is irking me on this episode. And anyhow, we'll see what happens next week. So I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.